Good day, Junior Techies. I'm Mrs. Brimacombe. We're going to look at activity 3. Best Buy Traders. Best Buy Traders uses the periodic inventory system and their financial year ends 31 March 2022. Use the information below to complete the following questions. Required 3.1. Complete the trading account in the general ledger on 31 March 2022. Show all your calculations to earn part marks, and this is very important. Remember, if your final answer is correct, you get full marks. The problem is if your answer is not correct and you didn't show any workings in brackets, it means that you lose all those marks. So make sure they don't even need to tell you that. Make sure that you always need to show your calculations. 3.2, calculate the cost of sales. 3.3, calculate the markup percentage achieved. 3.4, calculate the stock holding period using the closing stock on 31 March 2022. So here they specifically said the closing stock figure only. So then you don't use your average, but we'll get to that part later on. They provided you information A with the pre-adjustment trial balance on 31 March 2022, information B, additional information. Completing now 3.1, the trading account. When we start with this, we start with the balances or totals which was given to you from the pre-adjustment trial balance. You should know that any cost incurred in getting the trading stock is regarded as an expense. Those expenses will be closed off to the trading account. As I've mentioned earlier, make sure that you understand the trading account. So we start with trading stock on the 1st of April 2021. That is your opening stock, 77,000. Then we've got sales, and we're going to show in brackets because there might be adjustments. And always remember that your debtors allowances is closed off to sales. So we need to show the workings. Purchases will appear on the debit side, so we're going to show it in brackets. Carriage on purchases, show the total in brackets, 27,000. Debtors allowances is closed off to my sales, and now carriage on sales. Do not put it in the trading account. This is an expense to the business. It's deliveries to our customers. It has nothing to do with the trading account. It has nothing to do with your sales. It has nothing to do with your cost of sales. If we look at the adjustments now, the first one, stock costing 2,500 were donated to the local welfare organization. So if we're donating stock, it means donations would have been debited, the purchase account credited, therefore minus 2,500. A debit note was issued to Max Suppliers for 7,600 for damaged goods purchased. It means that we returned goods to our suppliers, which means that creditors' control will be debited because we owed them less money. The purchase account is credited, therefore minus 7,600. An invoice for goods purchased from Boston traders was not indicated. The cost of the goods purchased is 26,100. And they charge 1,500 for carriage on purchase. So the first thing that we need to show is an invoice. It means that goods were bought on credit. Creditor's control is credited. Account debited, the purchase account, with 26,100. They charge 1,500 for carriage. That must be added to your carriage on purchases. Issued a credit note to Naidu for 760 for damaged goods he received. Issued a credit note means that we've issued to our customer a credit note to show that we're going to credit their account because they've returned items which was damaged. The only transaction here is sales that we need to adjust. In a periodic inventory system, the cost of sales is calculated at the end. We only show the selling price, which means debtors' allowances would be debited. Debtors' allowances is closed off to your sales account. Then, according to the physical stock count, the stock left over on 31 March 2022 was 35,000. That which is left over is called my closing stock. So we're going to show it in our trading account on the credit side. 35,000 is left over. Once we've done now all the adjustments, we're going to close our brackets, and we're starting with sales by calculating the total sales. Purchases, so we have to add all of that and subtract. That is my total purchases. And then we have our carriage on purchases and the total 28,500. Once we've done with that, we can add the credit side minus everything on the debit side, and that is closed off to the profit and loss account. This is our gross profit, but you cannot write that in there. In my trading account, the gross profit is closed off to the profit and loss account. Calculating the cost of sales. You've got two options now. They've asked you to do the trading account, so the quickest way to get to calculating your cost of sales is by taking your sales minus the gross profit, and that equals your cost of sales. Another option is our opening stock plus purchases plus carriage on purchases minus the closing stock, and you will get exactly the same answer. To calculate the markup percentage, we have to take the gross profit divided by the cost of sales. So make sure that you use your answers which you've calculated. As long as you use it correctly, even if those answers are wrong, you can still earn marks if you've used your answers in the correct way by taking the gross profit which you've calculated divided by the cost of sales which you've calculated times 100. That equals 70%. 3.4, calculate the stock holding period using the closing stock. So they're specifically talking about the closing stock. So stock holding period is your inventory divided by the cost of sales times 365. Your answer must be in days. This equals now 26 days. Thank you very much. I want to leave you with this. Mindset is what separates the best from the rest. Next, we're going to look at activity 4. Have a wonderful day.